Good morning and welcome to our Sunday morning Dharma service. My name is Joanne. My Dharma name is Juan. I started cleaning, decluttering, and rearranging my house this week, if you will, an extreme spring cleaning. I felt like I was awakening from a deep sleep to a house that needed immediate attention. I have also noticed that the robins outside my porch have been cheerfully waking early and are readying their nests. Trees are bursting with fresh flowers, pollen, and leaves. Bulbs are showing their beauty after a long winter sleep. I've always loved the chant, "We are one, we are whole." This week has been a lesson in how true this chant is. Nature, including this sentient being, is joined in a season of renewal and growth. By mindfully noticing and enjoying the world around me, I've connected to this magical spiritual time of year. Turns out we are one. We are whole. Thank you. Please stand behind your mat for guided movements in preparation for meditation. Lars will lead us in movements to stretch our legs and backs.
Good morning, friends. Good morning at home. Let's wake up our ankles first. So just rotate your ankle in any direction. And let's reverse. Switch sides. Choose a direction. And reverse. Let's put our feet together. Hands cover our knees. Squat a little bit. And very gentle knee circulations, tiny in one direction. And you can gradually make them bigger and deeper if your knees and body and energy allows. And reverse. Again, start out very tiny. Make sure you're balanced. Okay. Stand back up, put your hands on your hip. Stand about hip width apart. Let's make some tiny hip rotations. Really first focus inside your hip. Loosen the lumbar version or the lumbar spine. And then gradually making your circles bigger. And reverse. Let's start off with really tiny circles again. And then gradually making those bigger as well. Perfect. Stretch your arms out. Let's loosen up our fingers. Fold your fingers in and unfold your fingers. One finger at a time. 2 more times. Okay. Clasp your fingers. Keep your elbows really close. And let's loosen those wrists. Turn them around. And reverse. Just our forearms. And reverse. Let your arms hang. Let's loosen up the shoulders. And reverse. Drop your chin to your chest and look straight up and focus on elongating your spine and looking back down. Just keep on moving your head up and down. And now side to side, bring your ear to your shoulder, not the other way around. And now look left over your shoulder and right. Clasp your hands again. Look at your hands straight up in the air and stretch. Elongate your body and stretch. Keep stretching. Make sure you stand about shoulder width apart. And then fold at your hip until you're parallel to the ground. Keep your hands up above your head if it's possible. Look up and stretch and relax. And look up and stretch. Bring your arms up and stretch and relax. Don't forget to breathe. And totally fold, let your arms just dangle and relax. Don't bend your knees. And squat. You can bring your heels off the ground if you want, and if you need to. And stand back up and stretch. Keep your hands on the ground. Maybe stretch a little bit deeper. And squat again. And one last time, Stand up and stretch. Keep your arms and body folded. Pull yourself even closer to your knees. And squat one more time. And we slowly stand up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Roll your back up. And we continue breathing in. Bring your arms slowly to your lower back. Arch gently, look behind yourself as much as you can. And breathing out, standing back up straight. And one again, breathing in. Gently arch your back. Look behind yourself. Stretch your back. And relax. Okay. Now, shake everything out. Don't leave the ground, but bring the heels off. Just really just shake everything out you have. All right. Let's breathe in. Bring your hands up like you're about to hug a tree. And breathe out. Return the energy to the ground. Sink. Breathe in. And out. In. Out. In. And out. Let's make the in-breath even longer. Breathing in, bring your hands on arms to the side. And slowly still breathing in, and out. And also control your out-breath, still breathing out, 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 out. One more time, breathing in. And out. Bring your hands in front of you. Breathing in. Bring them all to the right. Pull a bowstring taut. And breathe out, release. And go to the other side, breathing in. Hold that tension. And relax. And to the other side, breathing in. Relax. Breathe in. Hold your tension. Relax. One last round, breathing in. Relax. And last time, breathing in. Put all your worries into that arrow. And relax. And bring your hand straight forward. The other one scoops the energy from behind. And we push the energy to our outstretched arm. We're switching and breathing in, scooping. And breathing out, pushing. And breathing in. And out. In. Out. One last round, breathing in and out. Relax your arms. Bring them to the side, breathing in. Join our palms above our head. Slowly breathe out. Rest on your third eye. Rest and breathe in. And breathe out. Continue bringing your palms to your heart center. Rest on your heart center. Breathe in. And on your way out, just bring your hands back down. And last time, breathe in. And out. Rest. Breathe in. And out. Rest on your heart center. Open your chest and your heart, breathing in. And out. And relax. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, my friends. Now please join us in offering 4 bows to the Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace.
Push your legs one step forward.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to live in harmony and create mutual well-being. meditation is simple and easy. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Wiggle to release any tension and focus on the energy in your lower abdomen. This is your Tanjan, the power center for your breathing. When we settle our mind and energy on our Tanjan, our energy flows and protects our one focused mind. Now bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. When you do this, pure and clear saliva may gather under your tongue, a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Smile at your calm and clear spirit. If over time your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly and quietly. In this way, you will maintain a calm stillness and honor the silent practice of those around you. When thoughts arise, do not play with them. Simply allow them to disappear. Continue to bring your awareness back to your Tanjan abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. We are grateful to sit here quietly together, finding the still point within. In meditation, may our ever calm, ever bright spirit be with us.
Youngju, page 4. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. Youngju. 전지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 전지여와 동일체야요 전지동심정 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 전지연기야 심정 만사여외야 심통 전지여와 동일체야요 전지동심정.
Palms together. Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. 원하옵니다. 원하옵니다. 간절히 간절히 원하옵니다. sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together, share true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings.
This morning, Reverend Won is going to share a seasonal Dharma Talk, the gift of the spring equinox. Let us warmly welcome Reverend Won.
Good morning. Dear friends, are you enjoying the spring equinox week? Yesterday, about 30 friends gathered for a lovely spring equinox retreat at our Raleigh temple. As we meditated outdoors, I noticed how the birds chirping sounded especially gentle, sweet, and refreshing, full of a sense of renewal. Spring equinox is the astronomical point when the sun moves from south north and across the equator. It signifies the time when the energy of spring fully emerges as part of the living organism of nature and the universe. Whether we notice it or not, we all can experience spring in our body, breath, and mind of awareness. The term spring equinox, Chunbun, in Chinese characters literally means dividing spring. It indicates the midpoint where lingering cold and emerging warmth are balanced. Spring equinox is the season when farmers in many countries begin preparing in earnest for sowing seeds. They till rice paddies, select seeds, and repair irrigation channels. My brothers in my hometown in Korea are doing this now. There is an ancient saying in Asia, if you don't plow your fields by the spring equinox, you will be hungry all year. In Korea, At this time of the year, there is a custom of eating dishes made from fresh mugwort. As a matter of fact, these days I enjoy picking mugwort to make a soup with the soybean paste. Anyone wants to try? You let me know. Young mugwort is now at its most nutritious. Consuming it is believed to help prevent spring fatigue, boost weakened immunity after winter, and purify the blood, offering the benefits of a restorative tonic. Sounds good. After spring equinox, every spring equinox, I think of a special gifts it brings. Twice a year, the earth offers us a quiet teaching through an equinox, a moment when day and night stand in perfect balance. Light and darkness meet without struggle, without preference. Neither tries to overcome the other. For just a brief moment, day and night exist in perfect harmony. This is the first gift of the equinox, balance. In the air of spring, we can sense two qualities of energy, yin and yang, yin and yang. About 50% yin and 50% yang, perfect balance. Homeostasis of nature. Our bodies are constantly making small adjustments to stay just right. Even in these days of balance, within an hour, we can move between the heater and the air conditioner. Yeah. This morning we had a heater, and then when I entered, I changed into the air conditioner. Shall we change back to the heater now? I may wear a summer shirt one moment, then wrap myself in a blanket at the next. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, we pursue homeostasis, wishing to keep the internal and external environment stable and balanced. Balance in life is essential for survival and sound health. In our lives, we are often pulled toward one side, activity over rest, joy over sorrow, gain over loss. We cling to what is bright and push away what feels dark. Yet, the equinox reminds us that both are part of the same whole. Without night, there is no day. Without stillness, movement loses its meaning. When we allow both sides to exist within us, our strength and our vulnerabilities, our clarity and our confusion, we begin to touch a deeper understanding of ourselves. Spring equinox teaches us to keep things in balance. Can you think of a part of your life that is in balance? Relationship with the family? If you agree, nod, please. Relationship with the friends? Relationship with the food? Relationship with the exercise? Relationship with the meditation on the mat and off the mat? Can you think of a part of life that is not in balance? Do you think your relationship with the social media and the lures of the internet is balanced? Many of us would say this is an area in our lives not in balance. The second gift of the spring equinox is renewal through gentle transformation. Spring arrives quietly. Small buds, soft green shoots, the subtle warmth in the air. Life begins again not by brute force, but by natural unfolding. After overnight, we notice big changes, little by little, little by little. Look at the redbud trees. They look like pink ink sprinkled in the air, bright and misty. Such an amazing gift. We don't have to do anything to make that happen. In the same way, our own awakening does not require dramatic effort. It begins with a small moment, one mindful breath, one act of kindness, one gentle return to awareness, one gentle return to awareness. We often think transformation must be sudden or extraordinary. But the Equinox teaches us that change can be subtle, gentle, and constant. The third gift of the Equinox is impartiality. The sunlight of spring shines on everything equally, the trees, the stones, the clear water, and even the muddy ground. It does not choose where to land. In the same way, the Dharma is always being offered to us without discrimination. But even with the sunlight, a tree must have living roots and buds to bloom. Likewise, only an open heart can receive a teaching. Are you open-hearted to receive teaching? Please nod. I see that. The question is not whether light is present, but whether we are receptive to it. So today we might ask ourselves, where in my life am I out of balance? What small seed within me yearns to grow? Am I open to receiving what is being given? The spring equinox is not only a moment in the sky, it is a mirror for our own reflection. Each breath can be an equinox, a meeting of opposites, a return to balance. As we move into this season, may we receive the gifts of the equinox with humility, and gratitude. May we learn to live in balance, to trust quiet renewal, and to open our hearts and minds to the light that is always present. In the energy of awakening earth, stirring with the new growth, we receive a message of hope from earth and sky. Let the balmy air tap our hearts and awaken our spirits. As the earth begins to soften and new life emerges, may our hearts also open to renewal. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. One more. Spring is here, wake up now. light, be the light.
Thank you, Reverend Won Gong, for that talk about balance. I am really grateful to think about a gentle breath, bringing me back to consider what relationships and practices are keeping me in balance. For a moment, let us quietly reflect on how the gifts of the spring equinox resonate with you in your practice. Friends at home, you are invited to write your reflections in your journal or post them in the live chat. We always appreciate your sharing. Friends in the Dharma Hall, you are welcome to pair up in 2s or 3s to share your thoughts.
The voice of your conversation sounds like a birds chopping. Very delightful light energy here. I'm happy to have Zuza, one of the team members, who will have something to share.
Hello, my name is Zuja.
Can you?
Oh, does it work? Hello, my name is Zuja. I am here to share this passage from the teen gatherings. Though the spring breeze blows impartially without any thought of self, only living trees can receive its energy and grow. Though sages give Dharma discourses impartially without any thought of self, only people with open-hearted belief can receive that Dharma entirely. Here are my thoughts on this passage. To me, this passage means that only those who have an open heart and mind can truly understand the message of the Dharma. Dharma is healing for the body and the mind, the soul, given freely with no cost or price. Its main purpose is to help us evolve and grow as beings as we follow the path of the Dharma. Those who give Dharma have no selfish means, they simply wish to pass on the opportunity to reflect on oneself and improve, impartially yet in a nourishing manner. These sages act for the greater good of a united and enlightened future. Dharma is a gentle hand, guiding all beings who have found themselves on its path, regardless of identity, history, appearance, or any other sort of difference. Dharma is a summer rain, quenching the long thirst of the growing plants below, softening the earth for new flowers to bloom. Dharma is about forgiving, letting go of the past to focus on centering oneself in the present time. To have an open heart and mind is to be curious, asking questions about the world around you with the will to learn. The beginner's mind is attained by letting go of the inner ego, allowing past opinions, false beliefs, and prejudices wash away, no longer in the way to hold you back from achieving your goals. Letting go of these factors and forgiving others as well as yourself are some of the first steps to fully immersing yourself in the wisdom and the message of the Dharma.
Thank you, Zuza, for this beautiful, insightful sharing. Any announcements?
Thank you for practicing with us this morning. My name is Eric, and I appreciated the stillness and the reflection and the invitation to notice the awakening that's going on all around us and within us this morning. And every morning at 6:30 a.m., we invite you to join us here at the Chapel Hill Temple for early morning silent meditation. This is a peaceful way to set the tone for each new day. Also, every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., we gather for community evening meditation. This is a peaceful way to end the day.
All are welcome to join our Dharma study and discussion sessions on Thursday at 10 a.m. in person or 7 p.m. via Zoom. This week, we are exploring verse 29 in Chapter 7, the principle of one's true nature. The founding master was in the prime Dharma master's room when a group curious about Won Buddhism came to pay a visit. They bowed and asked, "Where is your esteemed religion's Buddha enshrined?" The founding master said, "Our Buddha has just gone out, so if you would like to see him, please wait a moment." Not understanding what he meant, the group was puzzled. A little later, when it was lunchtime, a group of workers returned from the fields carrying their farm tools. The founding master pointed to them and said, "They are all the Buddhas of our house." The group was even more puzzled about what he meant. Newcomers are always welcome to drop in.
And there are only 3 verses left in chapter 7, so our discussion group will be starting a new book soon. On April 23rd, we will begin Many Voices, Many Insights, American Perspectives on Won Buddhism. This book is a collection of Dharma talks by members of our own Sangha. So this study will be meaningful in a unique way. The book is available for purchase here at the temple for $15.
The Won Buddhism Intermediate class will take place on Saturday afternoon, March 28th. This class will dive into a deeper understanding of Dharma, Karma, and the threefold practice.
And save the date. Our annual spring open house is on the last Saturday of April. The next day, the last Sunday in April, will be our annual celebration for Great Awakening Day.
Would you like to cultivate a little more peace today? This afternoon at 4 p.m., we invite you to join our weekly community meditation at our North Raleigh Temple. All are welcome.
And we always appreciate your kind, thoughtful dana donation offerings to support our temple. Many thanks for contributing to our Dharma work.
Thank you for the announcement. You're able to hear every single word. Why don't we all stretch together, clasping our fingers, stretch up high, wiggling, and we are popping 1, 2, 3, but up to 3, gonna stretch up taller and taller, growing. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, pop. Can we add a little chuckling sound when we pop? Okay, clasp, stretch up tall, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, pop. Let us bless one another by singing morning prayer song on page 13. Children, you can come on in and join us. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world. Let us bow to our friends right next to us. Happy spring. Happy spring. Happy spring. And waving to our friends through our Mr. Sony camera. See you next week. Today, I want to invite